Okay. Benedictus has been practiced. Now we're on Agnus Dei. I really need to look at my pronunciations of these. So the technique that I'm using, which is to play along with the music, I don't always do it, but I do it in two instances. One is if I don't know the piece, I kind of play along kind of for funsies to learn it. But another part of the reason is because I am transposing, I need to make sure that I'm transposing correctly. So I'm playing along with the music to make sure that I have transposed correctly. Something weird is going on. I just got this worked on and something weird is happening, which is concerning because I have rehearsal tomorrow and one of my keys keeps getting stuck. So I'm gonna take a closer look at it. So what is happening is, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there's a piece of metal that keeps sliding down and is rubbing against this pad and it's making it stick. And I can push it up out of the way, but it keeps coming back down. And so I'm gonna have to get it fixed tomorrow, which I don't really have the time to do. Like, I can slide it back up, but it doesn't stay up. And I don't know if by sliding it back up, I'm doing more harm than good. Fuck. At least I know what's causing it, and I can fix it sort of temporarily, but this is not gonna slide for rehearsal tomorrow. Why do emergencies always happen like on Sundays when places are closed? Or like after business hours? Because like the last emergency I had was when something in here just kind of snapped off my instrument, and it was the same thing. It was for the Symphony Hall gig where I had to like emergency go fix my clarinet because it's like Symphony Hall, like that's an important gig. But I have rehearsal tomorrow. Luckily my rehearsal tomorrow is downtown, so I needed to bring my clarinet in anyway. But yeah, I'd rather it happen now than like in rehearsal, like freaking out. Cause this took me like 20 minutes to figure out what exactly was wrong. But if this was happening in rehearsal, especially the gig that I have tomorrow is like kind of like a big deal. I'm just thankful that it happened now and there is time to get it fixed and I'm not too worried about it. Aside from that, I feel really good about where my music is. My clarinet has been fixed, and now we are going to rehearsal, cause I can play my instrument now.
First bar doesn't go louder. The second bar doesn't go louder. He gives you the overtone series, right? He gives the piece away in the third and fourth and fifth bars. Some pieces stay soft and then like they get louder. He gives you the whole piece in the first 7 measures.
Check it out. She's not wearing a coat. Those of you who live in New England know that first spring happens around this time of year, where the temperatures are all of a sudden randomly in the upper 50s, which is gorgeous. She's coatless. What is there to be apprehensive about when it's in the upper 50s? Well, you see, it is the spring of deception. That means that second winter is right around the corner, so we're not putting away the coats yet. It's gonna be a really awesome, really fun month, because not only are we playing again, we are going to some shows, like some epic shows. Well, technically it's still the end of February, but like this is gonna come out like at the beginning of March, so I'm already having an awesome March by the time you see this. Is my outfit giving Frog and Toad? I'm in the color scheme of Frog and Toad. I don't know. So last night I went to an opera. Incredible. The ranges of each of the performers was amazing. The costumes were amazing.
Yeah, big
so
shout out.
good.
Shout out to set and costume design.
We saw Eurydice. Eurydice? Because I thought it was pronounced Eurydice. Now I can't say either one now. This. It was like a more modern story, a more modern libretto. It was a wonderful production, and I think that like anybody going to that production is gonna have a blast, because I know I did. One of my best friends plays the harp, and she is playing in the orchestra. It's with the Boston Lyric Opera, which is like the only official like opera company in Boston. It ended up like pouring buckets when we were walking back to my friend's car, so we got soaked. And I'm just gonna practice the mass because I haven't practiced in 2 days, but I think it's fine. Actually, it totally is fine. So typically a mass, it would be with a full orchestra, but it's just like either 15 or 18 winds and brass, like an ocean of choir. There's like 100 people in the choir. The thing about it is that it was written to be performed outside. And I was listening to the first clarinet, and our parts are identical for like 90% of the piece. Like the acoustics outside are different from acoustics inside, where like you play outside and the sound just kind of like just dies. So it makes sense that our parts are mostly doubling each other. It's interestingly scored. Would you like some reed tea?
I'm gonna pass for now.
Don't close the door! Don't shut me out! Ew, immediate no. Not bad. Not bad. I'm cat sitting Tabasco. He's so cute, like such a king. I have rehearsal this morning in one of my favorite theaters in Boston, Sanders Theater. I don't think we've played there on this vlog yet, but I've played there plenty of times. In fact, the last time I played there was pre-COVID, and I was playing E-flat clarinet on Schoenberg's Pelléas and Melisande. This time we're just playing Bruckner. And Bruckner is like one of the composers where I just like never got into Bruckner. I kind of put Bruckner in a similar category to Mahler. I happen to just be a lot more familiar with Mahler's works. I haven't played that many Bruckner pieces. I think I've only played one symphony, and it was his 8th symphony. But now I'm playing his 2nd Mass. I cannot wait to show you this theater. Like, it feels like feels like Harry Potter. Oh my god, this oat milk is out of control. I realized I needed to chill out when I got to my last rehearsal, and I was so early that the lights were off and there was no one else there. Like I've said before, that my toxic trait is arriving to rehearsals embarrassingly early. Yeah, it's not cute. It's like psychotic behavior. And I'm never nervous about like the way that I play or perform. I'm nervous just about getting there. And I realized after getting nervous for a show that I wasn't even playing in that maybe I have generalized anxiety disorder. That's not me diagnosing myself. Like, I actually saw a doctor recently because I've tried the yoga, I've tried the breath work, I've tried the meditating. Like, I really have tried everything. The only thing I haven't tried is like an anti-anxiety medicine. It is like the tiniest dose of an anti-anxiety medicine that I've actually been on before. So we're gonna see how it goes.
First section here.
We beat the oboes.
We get double thing.
I love Sunday concerts, or just like afternoon concerts. I feel like I have the whole day to myself now, even though it's 4 o'clock. Not to mention the concert is still going on. Like, we got out early, so I'm trying to beat like the crowd of traffic before everybody gets out of the concerts. I had an amazing time getting to know this piece. This is not a piece that is performed on like, you know, greatest hits concert. In fact, the last time that ensemble did that piece, it was like 18 years ago, and there were still some members in the choir who sang it 18 years ago. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of a weird piece, but I really liked it, and I thought that the voice parts were really beautiful. Yeah, Bruckner slaps. Bruckner slaps.